What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort, and this was an 8-rounder in the heavyweight division, and this fight was Saturday, September 11th, from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, and this fight was broadcasted on Fight TV, and in this fight, Vitor Belfort stopped Evander Holyfield in the first round, and just to break down the fight, Evander Holyfield went out there trying to throw some punches. He took some from Vitor Belfort. Belfort came out of there in a southpaw stance, landed some decent left hands before Evander Holyfield actually tried to counter Belfort, and he missed I believe it was a left hook. And he put so much power into it that when he missed it, he just swung around and almost fell out of the ropes. And yeah, he really did show his age here. He is 58 years old, and right after when he slipped from throwing that punch, he got back up. Obviously, the referee wiped his gloves. Then Belfort went on the attack, started throwing combinations. Most of them were blocked, but some of them partially landed. Then when Holyfield was backing up, Belfort landed a left hand partially like on the temple slash like top of the head area, and then he landed an uppercut to the chin of Holyfield. Then Holyfield went down. That was a knockdown. Referee obviously did call it. Holyfield got back up immediately. It looked like he just caught him cold with a shot. Didn't really look like Holyfield was really that hurt. But still, it could have caused a lot of damage considering his age. But after Holyfield got up, Belfort went in on the attack, started landing combinations. And I think the stoppage was good. This was an exhibition, I believe, so it doesn't really count towards their actual records. And Holyfield's 58, so he shouldn't really be taking that much damage, especially in, as I mentioned before, an exhibition. And he was just taking a lot of shots, uppercuts, hooks, straights from Vitor Belfort. And I actually did predict Belfort to get a decision. I didn't think Holyfield would get knocked out that easy if he were to. But yeah, his age really did show, and I know many people were, including myself, were just thinking Holyfield could withstand those shots because he's never really been that type of guy in the sport of boxing to really get knocked out like that. But he is roughly 60 years old in a couple years, so yeah, he's roughly a senior citizen. You had Belfort, who's never looked like that in years. I know many people are saying it's TRT Vitor Belfort, and it really looked like it because in I believe his last UFC fight was against Lyoto Machida, and he got knocked out with looked like one of those crane kicks, and yeah, he didn't look like that. His body was much different. In this fight, he came in full like 6-pack abs, arms giant. He never looked anything like that in the past few years, ever since like the UFC started to crack down on the fighters using banned substances like anabolic steroids and whatnot, PEDs. But yeah, Holyfield got stopped in one round. What is next for him? If he were to win this fight, I would have thought they would have done the Tyson Holyfield fight on like Triller for like a exhibition. I know they already fought times before, and like actual ranked boxing for titles years ago. But yeah, I would have expected them to do an exhibition similar to the Tyson Jones Jr. exhibition. But yeah, I think he's just going to be done. He had a great boxing career, but this one, it was kind of humiliating. But yet again, he was close to 60 years old. But what is next for Vitor Belfort? I'd love to see them make the Oscar De La Hoya fight. That'd be very, very interesting. And I hope that it counts towards their actual professional records. As I mentioned before, I don't believe this one did. But I'm pretty sure the De La Hoya one would because both are in like their mid-40s. So I would assume it'd be pretty easy for the commission to sanction it as opposed to a fighter who's roughly 60 years old. So yeah, I think they'll make the Oscar De La Hoya fight for Vitor Belfort after De La Hoya recovers fully, where he had to pull out due to testing positive for COVID. But yeah, Vitor Belfort defeats Evander Holyfield by knockout, and I'm not really too sure if it's going to count. Pretty sure it's not, but scored one knockdown and then ultimately just pummeled him standing, and the referee stopped the fight. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.